Israel Adesanya has given Michael Chandler nickels worth of free advice and told him, move on from McGregor. The McGregor fight will always be there. All right, now hold on. I just want to look at that one statement because, see, Izzy's as good as they get. Like Izzy and O'Malley are playing a different game. Izzy and O'Malley are playing the same game that Conor McGregor played. In fact, in Conor's absence, one of them are going to take his place. Will it be Izzy or will it be O'Malley? But for sure, it's going to be one of them. Will become the face of the company. And a lot of it has to do with timing. And right now, timing, O'Malley's gung-ho, Izzy's coming back, I guess, against Duplessis, I guess. I don't think that's been officially announced, but it's believed. And possibly even last week I was in Brazil, forgive me if I'm wrong, but now something does ring a bell that maybe that did officially come out and that's going to be the main event of Perth. You get my point either way, right? Even if I'm missing some of the details, you would understand my point. So when you have the opinion of somebody like Izzy, you got to take that. But I want to really stare at that. I want to really break down what he said. He's telling Chandler, take another fight. I like that. And I agree. But it's not a hard stop. It's a comma. Because the Conor fight will always be there. Now's the hard stop. Now's the period. So now we got two different things. Can we marry them together? Can both statements be believed to be factual? That's hard. That's hard. I don't think that Conor's going to come back against somebody other than Michael Chandler. I don't believe that Conor has any angst or anxiety to face Michael Chandler that is any different or greater than anybody else. I believe that about McGregor. I believe he will fight the absolute biggest name. He will fight a brand new name. And I believe he can do box office numbers with both. Record setting with both. And I bring that to you because while I break this down, I do not have an overlaying tone that Conor is scared, for lack of another word, scared to be against Chandler. Or that Conor showing up and Conor's willingness to show up in conjunction with his ability to prepare to make the weight class, to sign on the dotted line, to make that walk. When this music hits those speakers, I don't believe any of that changes, becomes more likely or becomes less likely if the opponent is Michael Chandler. I don't. But I still want to look at Izzy's statement. He advised Michael Chandler to fight somebody else. I like that and I agree. Because the McGregor fight will always be there. I wish that Izzy would explain what he means by that. That is not a sought-after match. That has never been a sought-after match. When we heard that Conor was going to come back, and we all were hoping that he would because Red Panty Night is still real, there was not a push, there was not a ground-swelling support that it be against Michael Chandler. We, the audience, didn't know who it would be against. We knew available to him was anyone at 55, including the champion, and anybody at 70, including the champion. We knew that because Dana White said it. Conor has done so much for this company. He has been so willing for this company. I would rule nothing out if it's what he wanted, including a title shot. So when we had that, there was not a massive wind blowing in any one direction. It landed on Chandler. Now, it landed on Chandler. It's very relevant that you understand this. When Izzy says the Chandler-McGregor fight will always be there, that's the part that I'm staring at. And that's the part that I'm just trying to break down real literal. I doubt Izzy was being extremely literal when he said it. I trust that Izzy was giving his advice and looking out for Chandler. I believe his first effort was to look out for Michael Chandler. And he made the comment. And there was a massive fight out there. It was a trilogy between Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz. And this sport does not offer you a lot of trilogies. Every single show offers you a main event. As big of a deal as you think that is, they're on every single show. Every single pay-per-view on average will offer you a world title fight. And while there'll be a pay-per-view here or there that doesn't have a world title fight, there'll be other pay-per-views where there's multiple world title fights. So as big of a deal as you think it is, it happens all the time. You want to know what's really rare is a trilogy fight. And a trilogy fight, by vernacular reasons, has been corrupted to mean the third time people fight. But a real trilogy fight is when people are going to fight for a third time and the outcome of matches 1 and 2 are split. And that's what you had for Diaz versus Conor. And when that fight wasn't booked, the reasoning for not booking the fight was stated because it will always be there. Will always be there. And we found out as time went on, that's just not an absolute statement. And the desire to have Conor and Nate has always been there. The willingness of Conor and Nate to come together has always been there. It was unforeseens that got in the way, specifically contracts that expired. So the idea of it always being there, and I have a very different philosophy. I believe first and foremost, your job in the office, get the fight in the ring. Whatever problems you're having, whatever headaches, whatever turmoil is going on, get the fight into the ring. That's Chael. That's Chael's philosophy 101. In conjunction with that, make the fight you can make when you can make it. Do not wait. Do not build. I could tell you how many promoters have gone broken out of business believing they're going to build an athlete. They're going to build a fighter. Make the fight you can make when you can make it. When you got them both under contract and you can get them both to say yes, get the fight in the ring. This is Chael. So understanding that there was never a ground swelling of support, linen and leaning itself towards McGregor versus Chandler. Then you have the Ultimate Fighter. The Ultimate Fighter is the single greatest marketing vehicle this sport has ever had. In our industry, there is no hype. There is no countdown show. There's no covers of magazines. There's no photo shoot. There's no PR, marketing, poster, billboards, digital, linear, otherwise, that will get you the bounce that you will get from the Ultimate Fighter. And they had that. That's very helpful. And that was in a year called 2023. So I don't make believe for you that there's anything wrong with that fight. I don't make believe for you that it will hurt that fight if they went in different directions, if they did different things, if they found an actual reason to fight for, they found a rankings, they found some kind of a belt and or weight class. I don't suggest that those things would up it or down it or that somebody would want it more or less. I will just tell you, I want to see Michael Chandler. That's true. I think Michael Chandler's a star. I get he's not as big of a star as Conor McGregor. I get that, but I do think he's a star. I think that Michael Chandler goes into a small handful of guys that we have over here in the world of MMA that could appear on Monday Night Raw and have both audience care and know who they even are. I like the idea. I like Izzy's idea that Chandler should move on. The notion that the McGregor fight is always there. I don't think there's any fight that's always there. People disagree with me. I think you get the fight in the ring. Whatever noise and whatever problems, whatever pushbacks and paperwork and money, whatever get them in the ring. And you get the fights in the ring that you can get in the ring when you can get them into the ring. That's Chael Sonnen, Promoting 101.